what was going on was called threatened preterm labor. The baby is coming, so I was given a shot of steroids. It hurt a lot, and that's crazy to me. Have to go out and travel to another hospital for over an hour to see him in a NICU. You know my labor and delivery story, so let's get started. Hi, I'm Denise. Welcome back to my channel and to another video. In this video today, I'm going to be letting you all know my labor and delivery story for my baby boy number 2. So let's get started. It actually all started at 34 weeks when I started having contractions out of nowhere. That wasn't consistent. It felt very similar to Braxton Hicks. For about a few days, 2-3 days, I decided to go to the emergency room because the cramping and the pain, it started to get a little bit consistent, which made me very nervous. My stomach was very, very hard. I was thinking that maybe the baby's gonna come, he's gonna be here, he's gonna come early at 34 weeks, so I was very nervous and anxious. Upon arriving at the ER, the doctor told me that I was actually 1 centimeter dilated, so I had to stay at the hospital for a few hours for them to continue to examine me. I was given a shot of steroids to help the baby, to help develop his lungs in case he did come early, so I needed to receive this shot at that moment and then 24 hours from that time. So I received that also. They also gave me medicine to stop my contractions, which worked. I wasn't having any more contractions. I was very good. I felt completely fine. I didn't think the baby was gonna come or anything. The doctors at the ER were telling me that it wouldn't be a great thing for the baby to be born at that very moment, because if I went into labor and had him, I would have needed to stay at that hospital and the baby would have been transferred to another hospital that was maybe an hour away or more. And the reason for that would have been because the hospital that I had gone to, they did not have a NICU. So they wanted to make sure that the baby was staying inside my stomach for as long as possible. That way I didn't have to give birth at the local hospital and then have to go out and travel to another hospital for over an hour to see him in a NICU. So like I said, the very next day I received the second steroid shot. Oh, also, after I got to the ER, before I was sent home, the doctors told me that what was going on was called threatened preterm labor. So fast forward to the following week, literally 1 week later, I start to feel contractions again. My stomach got hard and soft, on and off, and this time the pain was increasing. It really did. It hurt a lot. I was like, okay, the baby's coming. The baby is coming. So we arranged for my toddler to be watched, and then we drove to the hospital. We actually didn't go to the hospital where I went to the ER. We had to go to another hospital that was about 30 minutes away. At first, before we left for the hospital, my contractions were about 6 to 7 minutes apart. So during that time, we were getting everything ready at the house. This pregnancy, this time around, I made sure that I packed the bags ahead of time. I actually have a hospital bag number 2 video. I'll link it right up here so you guys can watch it. You can see everything I brought to the hospital in that video. And if you guys want another video about what I actually used for my hospital bag, comment that down below. Let me know that you guys want to see that video. But anyways, my contractions were 6 to 7 minutes apart before we left, and then on the road to the hospital they were 4 to 5 minutes apart, and then by the time we got to the hospital they were 2 to 3 minutes apart. So it was crazy. Things were happening so fast. So we went there, we told them what was going on about the contractions, and everyone was very worried because at this point I was 35 weeks and that is actually preterm, and they pretty much prepped me for labor. And when they checked to see how dilated I was actually 5 centimeters dilated, and that's crazy to me how quickly I dilated. So pretty much the whole time while I was in the hospital, a lot of the nurses and doctors were very concerned that I was 35 weeks, but it was a good thing that they had a NICU at the hospital, so I felt very comfortable to be there and to have my baby be born there. Hi again, it's me, Denise. I'm just jumping in the middle of this video to see if you like this video so far. So if you do like this video so far, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get right back into this video. So by the time we got to the hospital, it was 11 in the morning. By the time the baby was born, it was 5:10 p.m. This birth experience was very different than my last pregnancy with the birth of my other son, who's a toddler now. I felt like this hospital, the doctor doctors and nurses were so much nicer. They treated me better. They really helped me out. With my last son, no one really showed me how to breathe. I didn't take a birthing class either. None of the nurses or doctors really helped me out with breathing or how to like calm myself down. This time around, the nurses and doctors were very, very helpful. They showed me some breathing techniques. They told me how to relax this way, how to relax that way, how to get more comfortable, and it was such a great experience. I really loved that experience there. My second son, he was actually born in about 6 to 7 pushes, so it did not take him long. It was still very difficult to push him out, but it was very short and the pain was very minimal. I did have to get a few stitches, but other than that, it really wasn't that bad. I did actually get an epidural as well. I feel like helps with the pain, but other than that, pushing him out was obviously successful. He was born. So since he was 35 weeks, they had to take him to the NICU shortly after. So I pushed him out. They put him on my chest. They weighed him and did all the measurements. They let my husband hold him for a little bit and check him out and everything, and then they took him off to the NICU. By the end of the day, actually within 2 hours, they let us know that my son, he is not hooked up to any of the machines. He's actually breathing on his own. He's doing very, very well for a baby at 35 weeks. He actually weighed at 5 pounds, 13 ounces. They told me that that was not an alarming weight either, so I was very happy to hear about that. Even though he was breathing on his own in the NICU, they still wanted to monitor him during that first night in the hospital, so that's what they did. We actually didn't even see him again until later that night, which was fine with me as long as he's getting taken care of. But the very next day, he was actually able to join us in our room, and he stayed with us the whole entire day, so it was so great. I'll insert some pictures of us hanging out together in our hospital room that very second day. But that pretty much wraps it up for my labor and delivery video of baby number 2. I also have a video where I'm going to show you all how my toddler son reacts to the newborn baby, how they first see each other when we come home from the hospital. Or if the video is not out yet, make sure you all stay tuned for that video. If you want to see more videos or hear more stories just like this, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below and let me know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below your favorite part, and share this video with all your friends. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, that way you can get notified every time I upload. Make sure you also check out the links down below in the description box so you can see the links to my social media and you can see what items that I use in this video. Subscribe and join the family. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!